everyone, I'm Sunny, and today's pick a card reading is going to be about their ideal crush. So I have 3 piles you guys can choose from. Left to right, I have pile 1, 2, and 3. So if you need more time, you're more than welcome to pause the video, and contemplate on the question itself and what you're focusing on in regards to like a person specifically, and I'll see at your pile of choice. So I will start with the first one. So I will move these up. Pile number 1. What is their ideal crush type? So you have the Empress upright. The next card is the King of Pentacles reverse. And the last card is 3 of Cups upright. It's interesting why is okay. Well, I mean, every pile will always be interesting in regards to like the combination, but their ideal crush type is someone that embodies a little bit of everything, who's very well balanced. With this Empress card, I think they very much see the person they would like to, whether this is a female or male, by the way, whoever you're channeling, this person, this individual, is very much focused on someone that they can actually see a future with when it comes to like commitment. Doesn't always have to be marriage, but someone they can see themselves in for the long haul, right? Someone that can be serious but also fun. So not that they want necessarily like, I didn't want to say like someone that they can mold, but there could be some energy when it comes to that, slightly to their liking, but still someone that's very well balanced. Less little bit of air, a little bit of earth, a little bit of fire, a little bit of water. Someone that can read the room, someone that can have a nurturing energy, someone that can probably nurture them. I think they're probably someone that probably went through a lot of turmoil, and they're kind of like, maybe they're a little bit icy, or maybe they're just distant, but that emotional space for them is just a little bit off. So you would be someone that would more or less encompass that, or this is more, well, not you, but like the person, that they're idealizing as a crush ideal would be that kind of person. And with the King of Pentacles reverse, someone that would give freely their time. And I just feel that even though it's like, I'm not trying to say it's like sugar, like their ideal crush is someone that can take care of them financially, but it could be, but it's just not you, I keep wanting to say you, but their ideal crush type is someone who would not put boundaries when it comes to them wasting their assets or like wasting their time, or just someone that they can have no, not necessarily boundaries, but they don't want to hear that no. Like I don't think they appreciate hearing being told no, because maybe they heard that a lot in their lives, or they're just someone that is a very greedy person, but they just want someone that's very giving. With this Empress and the King of Pentacles reverse, someone that's very giving of their time, energy, compassionate, empathetic. It just feels like, and even with this 3 of Cups upright, it feels like they would want somebody that is very emotionally attuned to their needs specifically. But I still think this 3 of Cups is kind of it's not suspicious, but it's like, why do they want you as like the life of the party? To like, not you, their ideal type, is someone who they would want as like the life of the party, or like maybe like a +1 accessory, not like a +1 arm candy, more or less, but as someone who's soft and soft spoken, someone that is like maybe a little bit, not necessarily 3 of Cups, but like motherly. It just feels like Empress, King of Pentacles reverse, and the 3 of Cups upright. It feels like someone that's like motherly, nurturing, but also fun. Like that's their ideal type. I don't necessarily think it's bad, but it's like, why would this particular person want this type of ideal? It's just kind of suspicious to me, because they want, or maybe this person wants someone like that so that they can party and mingle with people. It just feels like a social circle or gathering. It's like, why is this relevant or important to this person with this Three of Cups, right? That's where I'm trying to get that to. Or it's like, maybe it could be that maybe they possibly want someone that's like a trophy partner while they kind of, mingle away and do their own thing, but still come back to someone that's already stable, like they're waiting for them. It could be that too. There's different scenarios that this can play out, but more or less their ideal type is someone that they commit to, they are stable, they are caring, they are witty, they are talkative, they also know how to, stay silent, someone who knows how to dress well, dress for the occasion, someone that is empathetic, someone who's very giving and loving. I mean, they want a lot of things, okay? They want a lot of things in those lists. And that's their ideal type. But again, this is more or less if it resonates too. Some things will resonate, not every single thing, but I do think this person is asking a lot of prerequisites, I feel. And a lot of them has to do with more of the emotional side, maybe a little bit financial, but it just feels like emotional more. And I don't know, are they really that good of a catch? Only you know. Only you can answer. But that's what I more or less feel with this one. They really want someone that probably a little bit more not too serious, but not too like party animal. It's like they want someone like maybe like in their 30s or so. It feels more or less like that, where that stage where you're kind of like being more centered and more focused on what you really want. Like you're not really so much on the discovering phase of your life, but not so much like, oh, let me just focus on other duty. It just feels like this person's just focusing on a lot on the requirements for nurturing their creativity or your creativity, or someone who's a bit of a jack of all trades but still kind of like have time to mix and mingle and party, and then be a perfect like house partner, be a perfect like person to show off to the world, to the family, to gatherings in the workplace. They want someone who's very well balanced and rounded. That's what it feels like. Maybe even well traveled, but that's what it feels like. So that's more or less for you, pile 1. The next one, pile number 2. Oops. So let me switch these. Okay, so pile number 2, you guys have the Two of Pentacles reverse. Your next card is the Ten of Swords reverse. And your final card is the Sun. So their ideal crush type. There you go. Their ideal crush type, pile number 1. Oh, I'm sorry. Why did I say that? Pile number 2. Their ideal crush type is someone who doesn't have... It feels more like they want someone that's very good at balancing themselves and being focused on like a certain particular thing. They don't want someone that's kind of all over the place. They do want someone that's very well, like it's a different kind of stability from the first pile. This one feels more like they want a lot of clarity from this ideal crush. They want a new beginning. They don't want to feel drained. They don't want to be playing mental games of manipulation. That's what it feels like with this Ten of Swords as well, reversed. They want something new. They want something fresh. They're used to a certain type of person, bringing certain consistent themes where they have to deal with, like if they have a dating history, right? They tend to always have certain problems being brought up every time. It's like they can't get away with them. Not necessarily because they're running away from these problems, but sometimes they just happen to be things that because there are certain lessons that need to be learned, and they wish to start fresh with some other pairs of issues that they can work through, rather than the things they've been given to all this time, right? So only they can answer if they've closed those karmic circles when it comes to lessons they need to learn. But a lot of it have to do... I'm so sorry. A lot of it has to do with the fact that they get a lot of stress from um, having to deal with a lot of these problems, and maybe they were also betrayed. They probably have had connections where they were cheated on, or they weren't cheated on. It was one of those things that was murky because people kind of might be ah, sorry. They maybe had a bit of a wandering eye, or they were like, they noticed that their person that they were with flirted or just kind of mingled a little too close for comfort for what they were used to, or it's just something about trust that they don't like. They've been backstabbed, they've been led astray, so they feel like there's someone that's been played. So they don't appreciate that, but that's more or less their ideal crush type is someone who won't play them, who won't F with them, who won't backstab them. It just feels like maybe someone who's a little bit more centered and serious. But also someone that brings their inner child. Like the Sun card is someone who's enjoying their creativity, someone who's not necessarily that enjoys the spotlight, but it feels like they feel warmth. They don't want iciness. So maybe they could have dealt with that too, where it's like lack of affection, or emotional affection. It's just like, just because someone's with you, you could still feel kind of alone. I just feel like this connection would feel, their ideal crush, in their mind, their ideal crush is someone who they can, run into and feel warmth and feel affection and feel loved, right? Someone that makes them feel young. I had to take a sip of water, sorry. But in this connection, for their ideal crush, I do see them being interested, I guess, in maybe forming like a more solid connection, and maybe they're interested in having a child because of this little child. It could be. They see that as a potential outcome for some of you that they would like to have, but of course the trust would be needed too. Trust would be needed first and foremost before that could ever happen, right? And a good time frame when it comes to like discussing if that's something that you guys want. But that's their ideal crush, and does feel like this person likes someone who makes them feel young. Maybe they would like to be, I think they want someone who makes them feel a little bit more alive, like not so much like cold and scattered and stressed. They want someone that's a little bit more lighthearted. Like it's an interesting dichotomy between like the second card, which is like darker hues, to the first card, to the third card where it's like completely opposite, where it's sunny, it's bright, it's like warm tones. So they do want that transition. I do feel that they want to transition from this darker period of time to something more lighthearted but still stable with this Two of Pentacles reverse. So that's their ideal type. They definitely see themselves being interested in committing themselves to something different. It is Pentacle energy, still something, an investment, like an early investment, but they want to invest themselves in a person that can be trustworthy and not have them kind of like not have them play mental games with this person, right? Because this person's been through a lot. But more or less, that's what I feel. That's their ideal type. Someone that they can trust. They can see possibly a future connection with, where they can maybe eventually, settle down, have a family, or someone they can settle down and have fun with. They really see that that potential to be sunny in like in disposition, right? So that's what I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Next, I have pile number 2. No, pile 3. I apologize. I've been confusing my cards. Pile number 3, you guys have the 10 of Cups upright. Your next card is the 7 of Swords reverse. Oops. And your last card is the I almost dropped it. Seven of Pentacles upright. There you go. So pile number 3. The person in your mind, they're why am I saying sounds so weird? Ugh. Why? Pile number 3. Your person's ideal crush is someone they can see themselves growing up with. They see themselves investing for the long haul. I mean, look at this 7 of Pentacles. They're someone that, look, they're going to be patient. They don't mind being patient. They might get annoyed. They might be a little bit stressed, but they don't mind waiting for the perfect connection. I mean, not perfect, like, they have to, cross all their, requisites, but more or less the person who is okay with working through things, through having highs and lows, someone that they can depend on, someone that they can always rely on and be responsible and not be working against them. It feels like that. It feels like this person's seeking someone that is reliable and earthy, possibly someone someone that works hard. I think they really like that. I think they like a hard worker, so maybe they're more interested in someone that maybe looks aren't everything for them. They're not someone that's interested in someone that's gonna be like, putting a lot of superficial effort in like the outer surface, right? Because sometimes there's no, when somebody focuses too much on the outer surface and just focusing on how to look good and stuff, they don't always work on what's inside. So they want someone that's dependable and reliable, but they don't need to have that person who's va-va-voom. They want someone that, is there in the good times, the bad times, but they don't need to have a 10. It doesn't mean you have to be ugly. It makes it sound like that, but they accept you for who you are. They accept that, not you specifically, but the person they're interested in. Their ideal crush is someone that they can accept them as they are, but they know that they can look good, and they know they can look worse. They accept all of them because it's something that they can sink their love into. They want something that's just dependable. And with this 10 of Cups, it just feels like that. It feels like they want the whole shebang, man. They want the 9 picket fence. Why did I want to say that? The white picket fence, the house, the joint vehicles, and the 9 to 5 career, and having a family with you. They want everything, the celebrations, the everything that comes with the responsibility of having a family and a union. They like that. They would like that with somebody that's their ideal type. Someone that they can be honest with, someone they can open their heart to. And it's interesting with the 7 of Swords. They don't want to be cheated on. I think this person might have dealt with this for some, or someone that's very cunning, someone that kind of wants to pull one over them. They could have dealt with that, so they don't want that. They want someone that's smart, yes, witty, but when it's appropriate and not when it's at the expense of the relationship. They want someone that they can really confide in and have like a difference in perspective. I think they enjoy having someone that can be talkative and they can talk to, and they don't have to have the same ideals and thoughts, but someone that they can actually have a good debate with, or someone that they can have a good conversation, substantial conversation with, because that's important. They don't want superficiality. They really have, I think they've had enough experience to deal with the fact that they don't want to start over with somebody that's just starting green or doesn't have that much experience dating, because they're still getting to know themselves. Or they don't want to be with somebody that's just going to turn around and be like, well, I don't want this anymore, so I'm going to go and date around. Like, they want someone that they can commit to, but they expect to receive that reciprocated investment back. That's what it feels like. So they want someone that's sturdy, that's stable, that's not going to run away at the first time there's like hurdles. They want someone that they can stick it through the very end. And that's a big responsibility to have for every person. And I think that they're going to have to be very patient for that to come around. So maybe this ideal person is looking to settle down maybe later down the road when there's more time and effort, because maybe they're a bit of a, how do I say it? They're in a bit of a space where they are focusing more on building up that structure and foundation, and someone who's really focusing on the groundwork before actually committing to bigger things, right? Or more demanding emotional projects, right? Like meeting a person or meeting them all the way, not just halfway, right? That's what it feels like. So that's the type of ideal person they want to commit to, someone that they can be happy with, but someone that they can develop a mature relationship with, someone that they can actually, it just feels like someone that they want to actually have a future with, despite everybody having a possible past, right? That's what it feels like. That they want to be accepted too, which is interesting. They just kind of want happiness. I think that's what they seek. So that's their ideal crush, pile number 3. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. Please watch another video. I have so many. I encourage you to. It helps me out with my algorithm and growing my channel. So thank you, and bye bye. Have a lovely day.